Yeah, welcome to the back of the shop, everybody. My name is Rich. Hey, I just wanted to cover something that's there's a lot of opinions about. I'm going to talk about the valve stem and this nut. You see what this nut is down here. Some service manuals, like aftermarket service manuals, will tell you to take the nut and put it up to here. As a matter of fact, when I went to BMW school, BMW recommended on their tube type tires to do this. So people laugh at that and they say, oh my God, look at, they're worried about the cap coming off, so they put a lock nut there. That's not the reason for it. The reason for the lock nut is if your tire was low on pressure, you went to add air, this stem would just sink right in. Let me show you here. Right now there's air in it, but let's say you had a low tire, so you wanted to put air in it. In theory, that thing it'll just push right down and it'll just disappear. You got to put your tool in there and it's going to just disappear. So that is the real reason for the nut. But there's more to it than that. The real reason BMW puts the nut on the top when that is on the top, it actually allows you to monitor if the tire has slipped on the wheel, which does happen on competition bikes. Not so much with rim locks, but it still happens. So if the tire were to spin relative to the rim, this core would bend over to the side like this. So if you see a stem rather, bent over to the side like that, you know the tire is has moved, which is a danger to the tube if this nut was jammed all the way down. If this nut was jammed all the way down and you get that relative movement, there's a good possibility you're going to damage the tube or rip the tube. So that is the real reason behind it. Since we're here, I'm going to talk about something that interests me because I like history. We're going to talk about this little thing right here. Right here. That little thing right there. It's called a Schrader valve. Can you see it? Can we get a close up there? The Schrader valve. This is the Schrader valve. This Schrader valve was patented in 1893 by a man named August Schrader, and it's still used today in the relative same form, which is interesting. I actually had this handed down to me, which is a very old Schrader cores. They're very old, and it also came with an old Schrader tool. So it's pretty interesting how this, being that old, is still being used today in this type of world of technology. So I hope I cleared that up. Why the nut is on the top sometimes, and a lot of manufacturers ship them like this. And by the way, you don't put these tight at all. You just put these finger tight because you don't want it to. I've seen motorcycles come in here. This thing was so tight, it actually ripped the stem right out of the tube. So finger tight. All right, that's it, guys. I'll talk to you later.